Hello students. So you had gone through the first video of force. Let us recall what we had done in the previous class. We had seen that what is force. By these figures you can clearly judge that what is force. That applying, pushing, pulling, they all are types of forces. So what we had learned in this figure also, we had seen that there is a force is in the two different directions. When the forces are equal, there is no movement is there, but in the figure below you can see that where the larger force is applied, the movement is happens in that direction. So force is applied on the object in same direction will be added to one another, but if two forces act in the opposite direction on an object, the net force acting on it is the difference between the two forces. So a force could be larger or smaller than the another or equal to each other. And what we had seen, the net force on an object is 0. Now in this slide what we had seen, the net force means the difference of force on the object is 0 if the two force acting in opposite direction and they are equal in magnitude. So what happens to net force? The net force means the resultant force will be 0. So in general, more than one forces may be acting on an object. It indicates that an object can be under the influence of one force, two force, or more than two forces. But the final effect on the object is due to the net force acting on it. So this is the what we had learned in the previous class. Let us learn more about the motion. Now carefully observe the figures we had indicated here. What you can see in the first figure, it is a game of badminton. In badminton, when the player make a shot to a shuttle, the shuttle will changes the direction. In the second figure, you can see that a player when hits the ball with its base, that is a baseball game, and the ball will changes its direction. As cricket, when the batsman hits the ball, the direction of the ball will change, or it can travel in another direction with different speed. Another is football. When a player hits the ball will changes its direction. So what happens here? So in general we can see that there is a change in the state of motion. Means the ball, football, cricket ball or shuttle is moving in one direction. When the force is applied, it is trying to move in another direction. So what is it? The state of motion of the object. So what is the state of motion? The state of motion is described by the speed of the object and the direction of the motion. The state of rest means object is at rest. It is with the 0 speed. So we can say that object is in rest. So it is a state of rest. And another state, an object may be in a motion. So these are the two different state of motion. Now when force are applied on the object may changes its speed. Means suppose a bowler when bowled with a 150 km per hour, and when the batsman will hit the ball, it moves in the another direction with the different speed. So force applied on a cricket ball may changes its speed. So if the force applied on the object in the direction of its motion, the speed of the object will increases or decreases. So if the force applied in the direction of the motion, the speed will increase. But if force is applied in the opposite direction of motion, then it results in the decrease of the speed. So this is what happens, a change in state of motion. So force will do either the speed of direction motion, or it will change the direction of motion. See, these two boys are trying to pushing a wall. થોડીક વારમાં દિવાલ પડી જશે. Does it happens? So what happens here? Does the wall will move or the boy will become tired? Yes, the boy will become tired. So what happens here? The application of force would not always be happens in the change of motion. Many times application of force does not result in a change of state of motion. Here the two boys are trying to pulling a wall, but wall will not move. So there is no effect of force is observed when we are trying to push a wall. So where this force goes? There is a question. So this question will be answered to in the 9th standard. So it happens that whatever the energy you are exerting will be waste, but it is not going to waste. We'll answer it in the 9th standard. So sometime it happens that when you apply the force, but it will not result in the change of motion. Let us study more about force. Okay, there are few figures are there. What you can see here in the first figure, after drinking all the thumbs up or coke, you will crush the can. In second figure, when trying to squeeze the lemon. In the third figure, you are trying to stretch the rubber band. In fourth figure, your mother is trying to prepare a dough for preparing the chapati. The smiley balls are squeezed. And in the last figure, your ruler will be bent when you pull some object on it. So what is happening here? Here you are trying to apply the force, and when you are applying the force, the shape of the object is changed. In all this figure you can see that it is shapes are changed. So what happens when you apply a force on a flattened balloon? Balloon ને જ્યારે તમે પ્રેસ કરો છો, what happens? It changes its shape. What happens when you press a rubber ball when placed on the table? So by observing all these examples, what you can see? You can see that the application of force on an object may change its shape. So having performed all these activities regarding motion, we would like to realize that a force may make an object move from rest. It may change the speed of object if it is moving. It may change the direction of motion of the object. It may bring a change in the shape of the object. It may cause some or all this effect which is listed above. Means there is two change, either it increase or decrease its speed, or will it change the shape. Maybe one or more effect can be possible with the help of force. While force may cause one or more of these effects, it is very important to remember that none of this action take place without the action of force. Means an object cannot move by itself. An object cannot change its speed by itself. An object cannot change the direction by itself, and its shape is also cannot change by itself. So without force all these activities are not possible. So force is very important parameter. So this is all about the force. Let us learn more about the force. Contact forces. Now try to lift a book or a table without touching it. This is very important for you. Try to lift a bucket which is full of water without holding it. Can you lift? No. You cannot lift a bucket, you cannot lift a book, you cannot push a table without touching it. So, generally, to apply a force on an object, your body should be in the contact with the object. Now, question is, where does this force come from? This force is caused by the actions of muscles in our body. So, the force resulting due to the action of our muscles is known as a muscular force. Since the muscular force can be applied only when it is in contact with an object, it is called the contact force. We need to touch the object to apply the force on it. So it is called as a contact force. So muscular force is also the type of contact force. Another is friction force, force of friction. See some example. When a ball is rolling on the ground, gradually it will be slowed down and finally it comes to rest. When we stop pedaling a bicycle, it gradually slows down and finally comes to the stop. A car or scooter also come to the rest once its engine is switched off. In all this situation, what happens? There is no external force or appear to be acting on the object. We are simply switching off the engine. The ball is moving or rolling on the ground. There is no any external force or appears to be acting on the object. But yet the speed is gradually decreasing and then it comes to the rest. So questions are, what causes a change in the state of their motion? Could some of the force will acting on them? Can you guess the direction in which that force must be acting in each of this case? So what happens here? The force which is responsible for changing the state of motion of an object in all these examples are force of friction. This is the force of friction between surface of ball and the ground that brings the moving ball to rest. So the frictional force happens between the surface which are in contacts. The force of friction always act on all the moving object and its direction is always opposite to the direction of motion. See the figure below. An object is moving on right hand side by applying the pushing force on it. So the motion is on the right hand direction, but the object and its surface are in ground surface are in contact with each other. So the frictional force happens in opposite direction. If there is no contact between them, what happens? no friction is there and there is no frictional force. So friction is one of the type of contact force. Now see the figures below. There is two bar magnets are shown, and in the previous standard we had seen that the like magnetic poles repel each other and unlike magnetic poles are attract each other. So what happens here? The north pole will repel each other. When you keep the north pole near to north pole, it repelled away. Now in this activity, what you had observed, does these poles are in contact with each other? No, they are not in contact with each other. The force exerted by the magnet is an example of non-contact force. Similarly, when you place a magnet near to some iron material, it is also getting attracted towards magnet. So it is again a non-contact force. They are not in touch with each other, also they are applying its force on it. So it is a type of non-contact force. See this figure. In this figure what you can see, when you comb the hair and then you place your comb near to the piece of paper, they are getting attracted to it. Similarly, when the balloon when inflated, the small piece of paper are attracted to it. What happens here? This is a charged body. When you comb the hair, your comb is getting charged, and when this charged body comes near to the another charged body, it will attract each other. It is called as a electrostatic force. This force come into play even when bodies are not in contact. So this is also an example of non-contact force. And last but not least, the gravitation force. Everyone know that when you throw the object in the upward direction, it falls on the earth. When you try to throw the ball, it finally falls on the ground. When you jump from the height, you are falling to the earth, not you are moving in the air, or not you are moving to the sky, but always you are falling on the earth. So what happens here? This is what the force of attraction due to earth, and this attractive force is known as a gravitation force. Gravitation force is an attractive force, and this force is acting all the object on the earth, and the force of gravity acting all of us with at all the time without averring to us. So in fact it is not the property of the earth. This gravitation force is not the property of the earth, but every object in the universe, whether it is small or large, will exert a force on the other object, and this is known as a gravitation force, and this is also the type of non-contact force. So this gravitation force is also one type of non-contact force. We will explore more about force of gravitation in the standard 9. So thank you. We will learn more about force and pressure in the next class.